We are live.
We are live.
We are recording.
Oh, God. Why me? I keep forgetting my commercials.
Oh.
Why
Sorry.
me? Well,
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I wonder why.
What?
make sure the dog bed isn't over the
Bork.
register.
It's not.
Isn't over the what?
Register
Vent.
It is not.
vent.
It is not.
My mom always called them registers, so they'll always be register.
Well, the
register-
register is the ones that blow out. The returns are the ones that suck in.
Yeah.
But they're both vents.
Oh.
There's your HVAC trivia of the day.
Okay, I got to do NABC Live and Renfest.
For all of you live listeners, the recording listeners will not hear any of this. This is the pre-show.
No, this isn't the live one now, is it, Andy?
Oh no, throw that away. You won't
That
need
one's
that.
upside down, dear.
I know, my dear. I've got it. I just got to get the NABC one out so I can go on from here. And that would be, it's Wednesday today, so it would be script 2.
Well, YouTube gets the pre-show because it's just not worth editing.
What?
We're doing the pre-show. We're live, but we're not recording
Yeah,
yet.
it's fine. Script 2.
So people who watch YouTube get
Kristen
to see
Burt.
this, but it's insider info.
Okay.
I'm here.
She
You're
is
so
here.
professional.
I am.
Renfest on here. Oh, she goes, did you just say I know?
No, I said I am? Question mark.
Oh, I thought you said, oh, I know. You know, it's just a given that I'm wonderful. And,
Sometimes I'm the first one to show up on StreamYard.
yeah,
That is true. Every so often. I get here a lot earlier these days, though. It's always something to do. Always a sound panel that fell off the wall.
True.
Well, they're getting close. Getting close.
These new sound panels work well, but they do not stick.
Renfest is a
Like
Renaissance
crap.
festival,
I hate it.
right? Okay, we are good to go.
We're good to go?
Yes, indeed.
All right. We are recording for real.
Yep, and I just finished making noise with the paper.
Perfect.
So that's good.
Okay, here we go.
I'm rocking out, man. Welcome to the Tom Bernard podcast with
Co-host Catherine Brandt
Andy Brant Bernard
And Kristen Burt.
and Jude.
and Jude.
Jude filling in for Alex.
Yep,
He
he's in
gets,
Alex's
he gets
spot.
half the couch. He's happy.
Alex will be trampling it up. No question. Kristen Burt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC equal housing lender. So I just had the most pleasant, we just moved about, what, a week ago?
Yeah, not even.
Yeah, really?
Thursday,
God,
technically.
it feels like
yeah,
6 months I've been doing this.
It's only been 6 days.
It's been
I
6
feel like you guys move every 3 months because
I know. I
what
really
it
have to
feels
be done
like.
with this. It's not,
Oh, yeah, we're done with it
it's
now.
not fun.
We're done with it now. But
It's a great way
what's-
to go through your crap, though.
It's true.
It's the best way.
one of the amazing things about our lives in Minnesota. So I just went for a walk around the neighborhood. There's a 1.1 mile walk in and out of the, what are those little circular drives?
Cul-de-sacs.
Cul-de-sac. There you go. In and out of the cul-de-sacs and then all the rest of it. It's 1.1 miles.
Mhm.
And it usually would take me about 18 minutes to do it. Today it took me almost 30 minutes to do it because I was stopped 3 times by neighbors. The first one is a listener to the show, and she came over and gave me a big hug and said, "Oh God, we're so happy you guys moved here, you and Catherine, and blah, blah, blah."
And especially Jude.
Especially Jude.
Jude's definitely the ringleader.
So I get a big
Main
hug there,
character.
and I walk about another, I don't know, probably about
10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Then I meet another person. Couldn't have been nicer. I listen to the podcast every morning. I want you to know that. I listen every day. I love the show and all the it's just, it went on and on and on about it. And then I moved on from there, met a third guy. His name is Wayne. He wrote a book about for a children's book. So we're going to have him on, and he has never missed the morning show or a podcast.
Well,
Wow.
So just the neighborhood here alone, we got about an 80 share in the neighborhood here, so that's good. But it's that situation now where people 40 and under really don't listen to the radio anymore, so they're starting to move more toward podcasts, and it was just amazing. It was a wonderful feeling. So everybody loves the show. I thought I'd pass it on I'd pass along to Alex too, but she's not here, so you know.
What?
What are you gonna do? I'm not
Despite
telling
what
her.
they say,
Yeah, despite what they say.
people
yeah.
like us, darn it.
Honest to God,
they
you-
really do.
You got how lucky are you to go on a walk? You meet 3 people. 2 out of the 3 of them give you a big hug. The other one was Ann, our next door neighbor. So, you
Yeah.
know, she was another one. She's just a wonderful person.
Very
But
friendly people.
isn't it just nice to be around friendly? They just
Yeah.
love having us here, and
It's-
we love being here.
Seems like a high trust neighborhood. I like that.
It really does.
That is good. It's honestly
Yeah.
good to be involved with your neighbors because this
Yeah.
day and age, very few people are.
I
That's
know.
true.
Oh, these people could not be nicer. There is no question about it. And not one of them thought that Catherine was my daughter. So that was good.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, Kristen, have you ever seen that site called Historic Videos or Historic Vids?
Historic vids, no.
Oh, they're I follow it on Twitter, and they had a little post this morning. Did you know that the guy that played Napoleon Dynamite
Mhm.
made $1,000?
Yeah, he made a
Oh,
thought.
it was an
Budget
indie
of
film.
that movie, like nothing.
$1,000 is all he. I mean, they renegotiated after the film made. I don't know how many millions of dollars
Millions
it
of
made.
dollars.
It took us a few months to film that.
It had a budget of $400,000.
Yeah.
Let's see. I
Oh,
wonder.
Napoleon Dynamite did?
Yeah,
Yeah, not much of a budget.
that was like a huge movie for a decade. I think.
Yes,
People talked about
he
Napoleon
successfully
Dynamite.
negotiated to
Better
receive
shut that.
more after the film became a runaway success.
Yeah, that
So
makes
there you
sense.
go.
And he
I thought
probably
it was a
made some
great movie.
residuals off of the DVD sales because it was still a DVD era. So
Shot it in 23 days.
23 days?
Yeah.
And $1,000.
Yeah, he made $1,000 in 23 days.
Well,
It's not great.
They renegotiated. He made a couple of million, but he still should. I don't know how much people make now. Do they get a percentage of the box office, or how does it all work?
that's pretty rare these days, honestly. The back end deals that you made people multimillionaires, the Tom Cruises and Arnold Schwarzeneggers and Sylvester Stallone, those don't really exist anymore. So Netflix is doing kind of a situation where you get like just your flat. Everyone gets like this flat fee. And then if the ratings happen, and I'm just saying if this is released solely on Netflix, they give you a bonus, but it's a structured bonus based off of how many views that they've gotten. And it would be equal if you're Tom Cruise or some unknown actor who's in a lead role in one of their Netflix films. So,
Well, the thing about percentages of gross is that movies are so expensive these days. I mean, you
Yeah.
get half a percentage of gross, and that can be like $10 million. So they can't really offer that to anyone anymore.
no. And marketing costs are astronomical when you
Yeah,
take like a
sure.
Marvel film. They're like, well, the budget for the movie was 150 million, but marketing costs added another 50 million. You're like,
Yep.
whoa,
If not
that's not
more,
factored in.
consistent.
And that doesn't even factor in the garage door repair costs.
Exactly.
Our garage door yesterday just stopped working.
Oh
It-
no.
Coil snapped.
Yeah, the coil apparently broke.
I'm surprised you didn't hear that.
$900.
You've lived.
We lived
there
here a
for
week.
like
6 days.
$900.
Well, that's why I negotiated the price of this place way down. I'm like, all this stuff's going to break.
That's
All
true.
going to break any minute now. Our
Pretty
refrigerator is from 2001. I don't know how many years that'll have left in it.
Probably not a ton.
Our fridge when we moved into our house was from 1986.
Wow.
And that probably is still ticking if you let it run.
It probably would have.
You should have thrown it
Somebody
in the
somewhere
garage.
probably still has it.
Yeah.
One
I was
thing
like, some of
must-
those older appliances last forever.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because they run on like plutonium and ground up orphans.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Absolutely.
All the new refrigerants they use, they don't have the staying power or the efficiency of the old ones, but they also won't kill you if you breathe them in. So
That's
as much.
so good and bad.
As much.
I don't know. The whole thing was just, it's just amazing. Oh, one thing I do want to mention before we move on from, what's the name of that movie again?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Mhm.
I came this close to getting sucked into wearing those moon boots that he wore, but at the last minute I couldn't buy
I
them.
don't remember the moon boots.
Oh God,
no,
yes, he was
the,
wearing
the,
moon
the
boots.
sneakers that were like,
all the way up to his knees.
I mean, not all the way.
You mean the
to his
puffy
knees.
boots?
Yeah.
I don't know what
Puffy
you're
That
talking
came from
about.
that movie?
No,
No.
those were
They
very
are actually-
popular
they're
in
called
like
moon
the
boots.
80s.
Yeah,
All
I
moon
remember
boots,
moon
yeah.
boots. I, think
I don't
mine
remember
was
moon
something
boots.
else.
No, they were like the sneakers. Yeah, kind of
Oh.
puffy sneakers.
Those just
Oh.
look like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, winter boots to me.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not.
pretty much.
I remember moon shoes. We had those.
Yeah, with the springs.
Yeah, the little bungee cords in them, and you
Oh,
could like
God.
jump super high.
Those are sweet.
There you
Mhm.
have it. There you have it. But yeah, so you know how nice it is to start your day. You go for a little walk, and everyone you meet is just a lovely person. So happy to see you. So it's just wonderful.
It was.
Isn't that great?
Mine, I was trying to dodge, like, we have a school near us, and I was like, oh, school's back in session. And people are like whizzing in for carpool. Oh my
Our
God.
school's back in session
Really?
already?
Some kids started.
Los Angeles started a week and a half ago. And yeah,
Man, Florida started, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
states
yeah.
start insanely early, and some don't start
Florida-
until like well after Labor Day.
Florida does like a super short summer break because they have
Yeah.
a really long like winter break and spring break, and they have fall break and stuff. So they,
Yeah. They
But you don't
did-
need a summer break when you never go below 70 degrees.
yeah.
Well,
Like
there was-
it's all
yeah,
summer.
there was actually the kids would probably rather be in school in the summertime.
Yeah, probably.
Somebody's ringing the doorbell.
These children.
Are they
I gotta
not?
tell you,
and they miss
I've
a lot of
never
school.
realized how well my children listen to directions until I've had to give other children directions for multiple days
Yeah,
at a time.
that might have
I am
been,
like, I'm like,
um,
how do you not hear? What do we? But it's,
That might have been Tony. So if it's Tony, just let
Tony.
him. Tony Price.
Oh,
He's on the sheet. So
You need a greeter
I guess so.
and a little green room, and then they bring him in on your commercial break.
We had a green room before. Oh, it's not anyone we expected.
the guy is up here.
The guy is
I
up
don't know what
here.
this means.
The
Cool.
guy is up
I
here.
think I will.
And there
turn the
goes the show.
Here we go. The 3-person show now we have, ladies and gentlemen. But no, it's in 99% of what's going on here has been just wonderful. But then there's stuff like this. That's like, okay, we have a job to do, so
Mhm.
don't come over during this time. But I don't even know who that was.
I don't either.
I have no clue who that was. But what's new in your world, Kristen Burt?
You know, I had meant to mention this to you yesterday because I know it's a show that you watch. We've got a couple of shows that are returning. We have premiere dates. So they are coming at Palm Royale, first of all.
I
So
love that show.
I know you do. That'll be back on Apple TV Plus, still a ways away. So I will mention it again as we get much closer, but that will
All
be
right.
coming Wednesday, November 12th. So you can watch it over Thanksgiving.
I can watch it 5 days after my birthday.
Yes, you can. It'll be your birthday present to yourself. So you can watch Carol Burnett, of course.
Absolutely. No
Yes.
question.
So what was going on out there?
I have absolutely no idea.
Oh,
There was
okay.
a woman at the door, and she said the guy is here, and I was like, I don't know who. I don't know.
What guy?
I have no idea.
I guess we'll
Garage
find
door
out.
person, maybe? Is there
Oh,
somebody
They did the garage door this morning.
I have absolutely no idea.
You got a garage door repair done in like 12 hours?
Yeah.
We got a garage. He came and left in 28 minutes.
Well, yeah, putting a new spring in is nothing.
That's true. But it's not something you want to do as a homeowner because those springs hold a lot of energy.
Oh my gosh, it's cold in here.
Oh God, no!
Cold.
There's no way you can do it by yourself.
It's freezing.
And they're not cheap anymore. We already pointed that out. They're a little spent.
Well, I think it's like spring $10, labor $890.
Yeah, that's about it.
Probably.
That is about it. No question about it. But you know, it all works out in the end, does it not?
I guess so.
I know, it's just-
Usually.
Well, Kristen, you seem to be that type of person. You're very happy with your neighbors in general, aren't you?
Listener says the
I was like, I mean, I know some of my neighbors, but not, I mean, I know my floor because I'm in a condo building.
oh yeah, that's how they are in Florida. You know all the people on your floor, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Our little hallway looks after each other, which is nice, but I don't really
I
know
love
many other
this.
people.
Our viewers are pointing out the work that Andy's done. Hey, you can't see that cord hanging down anymore.
I'm thinking that's the cord he meant.
Yeah, that's definitely the cord that he's
Yeah, that
talking
looked very
about. The one that was
It
hitting
looks
my
great
face
now, though. You're
repeatedly.
getting there.
Yep, it is now stapled to the ceiling and the door trim, and it's got a conduit on it. All sorts of fun
Andy's
stuff
done a
has
great
been
job. No
going
question
on.
about it.
Fancy.
No doubt
So-
about it.
Yesterday, I went on a run. You're talking about like walking and dodging children. Yesterday, I went on a run, and it was very muggy in the morning. And I wore a pair of shorts. Kristen, maybe you understand what I'm about to say, because I feel like most women have these like shorts or workout pants that if you sweat in them, you look like you peed yourself.
Oh, yeah. I don't like to wear like super tight shorts to work out because of that. You're just like,
Yeah.
ew.
I usually wear running shorts, like the looser ones.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any, so I wore like bike shorts, which I usually use to lift weights at home in. So if it looks like I peed my pants, it doesn't really matter because I'm in my basement by myself. But I went for a run yesterday. It was very muggy. And then I got home and I was stretching and I was like, I fully look like I peed my pants. And I waved at so many people and they
Like,
probably
"Hey."
all were like, yeah.
Check it out, everyone.
I wave at everybody I run by. And so I was like, well, they all probably thought that I peed myself. I mean,
Just the mugginess.
it was really bad.
It has been, yeah. Our windows have been like getting liquid on them in the morning,
Oh, really?
like condensation,
Yeah,
because it's so
it's humid.
humid out. It's
Do you have a
insane.
dehumidifier in your house?
We do.
You got to put it in your basement in Minnesota because
Yep.
else you can get mold.
Yep, we have one in our basement. We don't have one in the top floor, but it's like those in days like this. They don't. You'll have to empty them 6 times a day, or you get them wired into the drain if you want to be cool about it.
Dave says TMI, Alex. I don't believe in TMI.
Too much information, Alex, talking about how it looks like you peed your pants.
I don't believe in TMI. I
think
grew
it's
up with
funny.
him telling everyone my business. So
What are you talking about? I never did.
I
that.
remember telling mom things and being like, please do not tell dad because he'll say it on the morning show.
What?
Yep.
So
You're making it up as you go along.
MB, yes, that is from Crystal Skull, I think. Hiding in a fridge from a nuke.
Oh, really?
Fallout.
Wasn't that in Crystal Skull?
I've never heard of that.
I never
so I
watched
have
that one.
No idea.
I've heard it's bad, and I heard it's bad because of the fridge scene, so that's why I know it.
Now, Kristen, I got to pass this along to you and everybody else because I was just sitting around, waiting for the guy to get here to fix the garage door. So I watched an episode of Cops. You ever watch Cops?
Everyone's
A
watched
million
it.
years ago.
You don't?
A million years ago, she said.
Oh, a million years ago.
Yeah, your internet's kind of breaking up.
Your-
That
yeah,
or
your-
our internet's breaking up. I hope
Somebody's
not.
internet is breaking up.
I'm a hardwired, so I don't think I should be.
I am too.
And it all works. Anyway, so I'm watching Cops. They pull this guy over. He looks to be maybe 22, 23. They get him out of the car, and the guy is just hammered. And this is middle of the day, and he's just hammered, right? They said, "What are you doing? Why are you driving?" He goes, "Oh, this is no big deal." They said, "Sir, you can barely talk. You can't walk straight. What's going on?" And he goes, "I don't know. It doesn't seem that way. Now that you say it, I kind of feel it weird about the whole situation. But I guess I just realized what you're saying. I know what happened. Either my mother or my sister put cocaine in my morning beer."
Well,
Oh,
as you do.
so you have a beer for breakfast, do you?
Like, that sounds
puts cocaine
nutritious.
in it? I was like, what? What kind of family is that?
Well, and also you would notice because it would make your mouth numb, if I'm not mistaken.
You would think so, yeah.
I've watched enough procedurals to know that that's what Coke does.
Although I got to be honest with you, this guy might have been so deep into it that he just guzzled the whole thing. That's definitely a possibility.
Guzzled the whole cocaine brew.
I guess so. I don't know, but I watched that show for those bizarre moments like that you would think that would never happen to anybody. That your own mother would put cocaine in your morning beer.
Your morning beer.
I'm not a morning beer kind of guy. I got to be honest with you. You drink in the morning?
I don't drink beer at all, actually.
Yeah, beer's not. I don't know. It's okay, I guess.
It's not
Yeah.
it's not my. It tastes metallic to me. It just tastes.
You got to get it from the bottles.
It still tastes metallic. It's got that like a bitter
Yeah.
on my palate. It has like a real bitter taste. That just,
You're probably you're tasting the hops. You want to
Yeah.
get something like Guinness, very low hops. Although Guinness, actually, now that I think about it, it does kind of have like a little metallic aftertaste.
yeah. I just think it's my personal palate. I just have never liked beer, even when I was younger, and probably was a little bit more didn't care about what I was drinking. Like, oh, let me have a beer. And then I'd really like drink like a sip and then be like, I don't really like this.
You know what's really great about my life? I want to do a podcast with 3 generations of our family. And what a load that is. They're now basically, you're in California, and Andy and I are the only two left in studio.
Yes, we
You
are.
even
because-
lost the dog.
I know, Jude
Even the
left.
dog wanted to leave.
Judy.
But that's just part of the deal, I suppose. It all works out in the end. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on out there.
I don't either.
I have a feeling there was a appointment that Mom made and then forgot about.
The guy is here, whatever that means.
Whatever the guy's doing.
Whatever that is.
Who knows what it's all about? I have no clue, whatever. So anything good coming up to watch? I mean,
Well,
we're
I
getting
was telling you all these movies or TV shows that were coming back.
okay.
We had Palm Royale. Remember, Nick?
Palm Royale's wonderful.
One of your favorites, Mayor of Kingstown, has officially a season 4 coming your way.
I love it. Love
I know
that
you do. October 26th. So this is a lot of fall stuff, but so we'll
All right.
remind you again. But I
All
knew
right.
that some of these were on your radar. And I also have Emily in Paris, which I know you don't watch, but I know Alex watches, and that's coming December 18th. So that'll be on Netflix.
Magnificent.
Yes. And tonight, if anyone's interested, the Twisted Tale of Amanda Knox, they're doing, Hulu is doing a scripted version of her story. And it
Who
is
is this?
produced
Who-
by Monica Lewinsky.
Huh.
Do you guys remember the Amanda Knox trial? She was the
No.
American college student who was accused of murdering her roommate when she was abroad studying with her in Italy.
Oh,
This was a massive case for years. And the Italian police accused Amanda Knox and her boyfriend of doing it. And it turned out it was a sexual predator in the area.
oh God.
But they kept Amanda Knox in an Italian prison for years.
4 years.
Yeah, 4
Yeah.
years. Yeah. That is amazing. You know what's so amazing about that, Kristen and Andy? The three of us cannot understand. Oh God, I am a sexual predator. What? I mean, this was your goal in life? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, where does that even come? What? Here we go. She's happy about something.
Well, we've got Tony is coming in. You can sit right
Tony's
here.
coming in.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get
he's
off.
got his hoodlum outfit on.
Sorry.
It's the motorcycle outfit.
That's what hoodlums do. What are you doing, Catherine?
Yeah, apparently stuff's happening out
It's
there.
been quite the show so far.
It has been total chaos.
Why are you all happy? What's happening?
This is what happens during summer break when there's kids.
Yeah, that's true. It's very, very true.
School will be starting.
But Kristen's talking about a bunch of new shows that are starting, and so far, you sound wonderful.
2.
Who sounds wonderful?
You,
I sound wonderful.
all your reviews and your previews of everything, that sounds great.
No, yeah, a lot of good TV. You know, it's been kind of slow. Jill wanted to know what service the Amanda Knox show is on. That is on Hulu, and it dropped today, so you can watch that. So hopefully, Jill, you get that message. And it's going to be Amanda Knox and Monica Lewinsky have been doing the press tour together, which I think is fascinating. And Monica's kind of taken it upon herself to kind of tell stories about women who, you know, were kind of done wrong in the media and telling those tales. And Monica said, you know, I had a first look deal at Hulu and I decided to take advantage of that and contacted Amanda, and the two of them got to work.
Can I ask you where this no eyebrow look is in and why? Why?
Is this Monica Lewinsky's look? Or
No, it just it was Miley Cyrus is the new spokesperson for Gucci, I think, and she's
Gucci.
got.
Oh, they have the blonded out eyebrows.
They look like they have no eyebrows.
A lot of them are the blonded
Why?
out, like, so they're like white, so you can't see them. That it came off of the fashion runway about 2 years ago.
Oh.
And actually, it's kind of a trend that's on its way out. It was kind
good.
of like a last year thing, but maybe they
Oh,
shot
yeah,
the
I see what
campaign
you're
a little
saying.
while ago.
Oh.
Yeah, she
Uh-oh.
bleached her eyebrows and they're it
Yeah,
doesn't-
they're like a
good.
bleached blonde. Yeah, it's a weird thing, but I think it's very like art, you know, editorial, high fashion couture.
yeah.
Look, for an average person to do it, it's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 4 messages up on the screen, and 2 of them are about Tony.
Well, Joe, I think, is the one who kept asking for Tony to be back on.
Joe
so I was
is
Here
like,
he
Joe's a big
is.
fan of
decided
yours.
to find.
Thanks, Joe.
Against my better judgment, I'll have Tony on this show.
Yeah, there you
Did
go.
you guys cover what service Amanda Knox show
Yeah,
was
Hulu.
on? Okay.
Yep, it's on Hulu.
All right.
You were too busy thinking about eyebrows.
I was thinking about eyebrows. I was like, ooh, that is just.
I know. You're like, I
Makes
will
me
not be adopting that one. I'm also not going back because now it's really skinny brows are coming back into vogue. And I'm like, oh, I did that. I'm good. I don't need it.
Oh, the skinny brow
The
thing.
real thin ones from the
Pencil
early
eyebrows
aughts.
or whatever.
I had
Yeah.
a friend who shaved off her eyebrows and used an eyebrow pencil
That's
in high
so
school because they were
unpleasant.
so in back then and they never grew back
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
So
I
don't
hear
shave off your
some
eyebrows.
people, for some reason, if they shave their eyebrows off or they like get burned off, they just don't come back.
Really?
Why would they?
I don't know. A small
See,
minority. of
That's why
people-
I hide my eyebrows
you go.
this way.
Yeah, there you go. You got
So anytime I want them, I just
got them
There
hidden.
you go.
Yeah, I'll
Feel
keep
bad.
my bushy brow. I don't want to have like the thin brow
No.
anymore.
No. Uh-uh.
Unbelievable. So what else is happening?
Well, I was just talking about all the shows that are coming up. I think
Mhm.
the other interesting thing that I read this morning was Amazon. This is gonna we've been talking a lot about AI. When it comes to their movies now, they're asking AI to find out about like chat queries or in terms of like Google searches, like what are people looking at? And so they're looking at some of their movies and they're like, well, the John Cena movie, actually, no one's asking about John Cena. They're asking about, Priyanka Chopra. So they're starting to judge based off of Chat GPT who their big stars are, and that's who they're going to be investing in next. Yeah. So it's to me, it's the new wave. Let me just get this one sentence out. It's going to be the new wave of like how many social media followers. It's going to be who's most popular on AI searches.
But how do they
Really?
get that information?
Well, just
Because
the
it's
searches.
queries
It's
aren't-
based off of Google searches, who are
searches you
making
can see.
searches, but they're going to be able to track that via Chat GPT.
I wonder if that's just
Huh.
is that going to just make people act more and more insane so that they get more searches?
I
And
don't
then-
think so, but
that might be.
I mean, you could probably hire a bot, right, to do additional searches because people hired bots for
That's true.
social media. People would have like dummy accounts, people would pay like $50 and they'd get 1,000 more followers.
Right. Seems to
It's
be a
gonna be
slippery
interesting.
slope.
It is.
Still a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, we know what people search for when they come to our website.
Yeah.
You can see what Google searches. Google like tells the server what the person searched for when they came to your website.
Sure.
Most of our clicks lately have been from YouTube.
Oh,
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
YouTube channel is a lot more popular now that we're live and our camera looks more interesting.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that
Mhm.
Zoom meeting look to it. I never
Yeah.
liked that.
Right.
Never liked it.
Yeah, YouTube's going to be great. There's no question. You're talking about AI.
mhm.
I had that experience again yesterday. I was driving my car and I heard a commercial I was doing, but it wasn't me. That is so amazing. They
You
can just
better-
steal your voice.
You better
Yeah.
contact
That's
your
not
union.
legal. So if it's actually you, then yes, you
Yeah,
should
you
contact
better-
someone.
Well,
SAG after.
But
Yeah,
how you-
SAG-AFTRA. You need to be contacting SAG-AFTRA.
all right,
Yep.
I can
Yeah.
do that, but I don't know. It's from what I understand, it's everywhere now. There's so much of it you couldn't possibly track it all down.
Yeah, but if it's a company that perhaps you worked for in the past and you remember that, I mean, they would have your SAG contract
Yeah,
on
they
file.
Yep.
So if it's a company that let's just throw, ABC hardware or something, and you know that you worked for them and now you're hearing your voice, but you didn't do the voiceover for it, I would definitely call SAG because they would have that contract.
I know you got to go, but I have one more complaint before you go.
Yes.
Oh no, only one?
Yeah, well, we don't only one.
One more thing.
I did not know this was true, and I don't know if I like it, but you were just talking about YouTube, and that's why it popped into my head. There is an entire section on YouTube, the best of the KQ morning show,
Mhm.
and it's me. I don't work there anymore. How
Right, but they own all of that content.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. It was
All the-
probably in your original contract.
Yeah, there's no way that you could own everything you said on KQ for all those years. There's
Well,
no way
they
would-
can.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah, they
you
own
guys
it and they can profit off it.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Well, they fired me. Why do you want to use the voice of a guy you fired? That makes
Because
no
you
sense.
were the guy who brought in the most money for that.
Oh, that's-
Mhm.
So they still get to make money off me, even
Yes.
though I get nothing.
Welcome to America.
And welcome to the new
Yeah.
America. That's
Or,
exactly
or
it.
it's a lesson that you should get a fee every single year for, if in hindsight, writing that into your contract.
Yeah. Well, I'll repeat because Catherine, Tony certainly wasn't here, but my favorite line of the day watching Cops this morning, kid gets out of his car. He's hammered as hell. And the cop goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I don't know, man. What are you talking about?" He goes, "You can barely walk. What is going on?" He goes, "You know what? I can guarantee you what happened. And I don't know, it was my mother or my sister, but one of the two put some cocaine in my morning beer." Oh, okay. Your morning beer has cocaine in it because of your mother. That's a great family right there.
Oh, Kristen should go and get her cocaine beer of the
Mhm.
morning.
Yeah.
Cocaine beer. I gotta go drive down to San Diego is what I have to do.
Oh, you got to drive to San Diego?
Yeah, I gotta go work down there for a couple days. So
Oh,
Okay, Catherine has one more tip for the world to
I
tell
do?
you. Yep.
a tip.
About a
Apparently.
house in Palm Beach.
Oh, a friend. Yeah.
Jesus.
A guy on Palm Beach Island just spent $450 million buying up lots.
That's for the lot.
Billionaire hedge fund manager Ken Griffin.
Yep. they
Hedge
all do
fund
it.
managers.
Ken
all of
Griffin.
those billionaires.
Yep.
Hate those guys.
And that's why houses are so expensive in some places.
Is currently building one of the world's most expensive homes. A 27-acre oceanfront estate located in Palm Beach, Florida, will be valued at $1 billion once completed.
A house.
Ken
How is-
spent an incredible $450 million buying up all the land to make his dream estate. It will feature a 50,000 square foot main house
Oh,
and much more.
I just no matter how much money I have, I wouldn't want a $50,000 billion or 50,000 square foot $1 billion house.
Well, this guy's got $47.1 billion.
Who is Ken Griffin?
He's
Oh, but
a hedge fund manager.
Even
Oh, okay.
so, it's like, what do you need with that?
You don't need it, and he's probably going to be there a week or two out of the whole year.
He's the owner.
Probably.
Oh, he's the
And-
8% owner of Citadel LLC.
And it's in a hurricane area like that. I mean, obviously he has the money to rebuild, but he's obviously just
Yeah.
not caring. It's crazy.
Well, I think 750 million of that is for the force field that he can activate.
You know, what's
Whenever a
what's
hurricane
funny
comes
about
in.
that too is as much money as this is, and as I'm sure as glorious as the estate will be, the most desirable lots on Palm Beach Island are the ones that go from the Atlantic Ocean to the intercoastal
Yep.
waterway.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You might have a road in between there, but you've got both sides. So if one's a little wild and windy, you can go to the other side of your estate.
I'm bored of this side of the ocean.
yes.
And you can keep your boat on the intercoastal yacht, your
Oh,
yacht,
so be
your
safe there,
mega yacht. You have to have one of those when you're that rich. You don't have to keep it on the ocean side, which I don't think you can do anyway. Anyway, and here he doesn't have intercoastal waterway for all that money. Oh yeah.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
It is
Yeah.
Crazy.
crazy.
And
Pretty
people in
gross.
the Midwest just love hearing about houses that are built where you have the ocean front, and if the ocean is rough, you can go to the other
The other ocean.
the other
Yeah.
ocean front.
The
other ocean.
In the Midwest really loves hearing about
I
that.
know.
Yeah, if you're watching what's happening with the rising tides for, I think it's Hurricane Aaron that's coming through, the Outer Banks is already getting pummeled because of the rising tides and all those
Oh.
homes.
Really?
Oh yeah, it looks really grim for some of them over the next couple days.
So the
Yeah.
fire wasn't enough, huh? Now they got the now they got
North
that.
Carolina, yeah, well they had the
Oh,
hurricane
North
last
Carolina. I
year.
thought you
This is
said
the Outer
California.
Banks, yeah.
California
Outer
doesn't get
Banks.
hurricanes, does it?
We did 2 years ago. We had Hurricane Hillary.
Not that
Yeah.
freak hurricane, but usually you're pretty. It's fires and earthquakes over there.
Fires and earthquakes, and we had a hurricane that day. So we had Hurricane Hillary and an earthquake on the same
Oh, that's
day.
great.
Fun.
Jeez, scary stuff.
Howard Boyd says 50,000 square foot house, huh? And he'll only use about 1,000 square feet of it.
Yep.
Yeah, but his various servants, they'll use
Yeah,
the
he's
other
got to have
49,000.
staff, and he's got to have guest quarters, and you know,
Unbelievable.
probably 2 airplane hangars for private jets. You know,
Now, I need to warn everybody that KB2 will not be here tomorrow. I know
Nope.
people fall apart when she can't make it.
what are we gonna do?
I don't know what we're going to do.
Jude's gonna hold down the fort for me.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you on Friday, I hope.
Yes, I will be here on Friday for sure.
Have
Thanks
a good
very
day.
much.
See you all then.
Bye.
Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We'll take a break. Be right back. Tony is in studio. Tony Price. God, it's been a while. Haven't seen you in a
Been a
while.
long
Sorry, I
minute.
forgot.
It's been so long. You got to ask Andy when the last time was.
God.
Let's see if I can even find it in the
I have to
archives.
thank Lindsay Basham for sending me this story about the house on Palm Beach Island.
Oh, she sent it to you.
Yeah, she's like, you're going to have new neighbors. I'm like, no.
Lucky us.
No, not really neighbors.
Yeah.
Tony Price, let's see, episode 1659, published in, when was that? July 2019.
Oh, wow.
God,
So,
what?
6
Pre-COVID.
years.
Wow.
Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
That's
That
crazy.
is unbelievable. You
Time
still on your
flies.
bike all the time?
It's right outside with all the American
Why?
flags
Kinda-
on it.
I got
We
all
should
of
take a
all the
picture.
neighbors in this neighborhood. Apparently, no motorcycles come down this street.
Oh,
So I come down the street nice and slow, looking for the right numbers, and all of the houses.
Yeah.
Every one of them. Somebody came out and they're waving.
Oh, they're very
that's
friendly.
nice.
here.
Yeah,
I know.
well, it's
They're amazing.
I got 2 5-foot flags off the back of the motorcycle now, and it's a lot of patriotism.
you
as
know
I go
what
down
you
the
should
road.
do? You should drive around, and the ones that come out like this, let us know which ones those are so we could avoid them.
Exactly.
Didn't see anything threatening. As a matter of fact, the first time they came out and waved, I thought that's where I was supposed to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I come out there, and he's got two people.
Yeah, they followed me in.
No, are they going to be on the show or?
No.
Well, you'll talk to them later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. Be right back in a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you about my bank, North American Banking Company. When it comes to banking, it's all about trust, and that's what you get with them. They've been around since 1998. They've always made it clear they're here to give you a better banking experience with a focus on the local community. And you won't be dealing with some AI chatbot either. You'll get straight answers and quick decisions from real people that know you and your situation and are always ready to help. So if you're tired of the big national banks and want something better, stop by and see my friends at North American Banking Company. Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Special in-studio guest, Tony Price, sitting over there. There he goes. He's saluting you and the whole deal. So how have things been for the last 5 years?
I don't even remember. Too busy.
Oh, you've been busy? Well, that's
I've
good.
been a little busy. What did we talk about the last time I was here? The last time we talked?
Let's see if I can.
Andy will know.
You don't remember?
Oh, I remember.
I
remember.
I mean,
Well,
I'm assuming we
I
talked about
remember
Gold Star
generally. I
families.
don't remember specifically.
I don't remember.
Let's see. Can I find the
Danny's got
description of the episode where I write? Probably something not helpful, if I had to guess. 'Cause
I'm
they-
certain we were talking about Gold Star families.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's
Because
that's what we were talking about.
That's kind of
Yeah.
what
You
you
know,
do.
You got me on my bad side, because my good side.
There
is-
you Gold Star. There you go.
Anyway, so I ride motorcycle all over the country for Gold Star families. Gold Star families, of course, just in case there's one guy out there that is listening that doesn't know what that is. Gold Star families, of course, are the immediate family members of people killed in the military.
All right.
And that's the people that we go visit. Probably in 2019, last time we talked, I probably had visited something like 75 families around the country.
Oh,
Probably in 2019, I was somewhere in the neighborhood of 50,000 miles on a motorcycle.
wow.
All 48 of the lower states, at least once.
Jeez.
Today's a little different. Today, you know, it's been nonstop. I haven't stopped doing this. I've done now 62 rides around the country.
Oh God.
I have been to all 48 of the lower states at least 5 times each.
Wow.
Now, if you take if we change that screen over there to a map of the United States and we throw a dart at it without even looking, wherever the dart lands, I've been within 100 miles.
Yeah.
Wherever it lands, I've now logged more than 152,000 miles on the motorcycle.
How many motorcycles have you gone through?
I've gone through 3.
Okay.
So,
There you
so
go.
some of these stories will come up. So, see, I was on the first motorcycle, and I loved that first motorcycle. It was a 2008 Ultra Classic. I don't know why I loved that motorcycle because it was in the shop a lot.
Oh.
But it came to its end near Pipestone, Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
When I was in a hurry to get to Pipestone, there was a hotel there. I was going to stay there for the night. I was riding. It was dark. I started riding in, where the heck was I? Hot Springs, South Dakota, which is on the south end of the Black Hills,
Right.
way
We
over
went
in
through
western
there
South
once.
Dakota.
Yeah.
So I had like 600 miles on the day, and it was like an hour and a half past dark, and it was September, and I should have known better.
Right.
Because what do we know about September in Minnesota? That's what are the farmers doing? They're harvesting,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
chasing all the deer out of the
out
of the fields.
Whoa.
And sure enough, yeah, I came around a corner and I saw the twinkling of the lights of the city of Pipestone. Can we call Pipestone a city?
I think so. I think it's
It's like,
safe.
it's like 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw the twinkling lights, so I cracked open that throttle a little bit because I was in a hurry to get there. And the only thing I saw was the deer's rib cage come in contact with the headlight.
Oh.
I was going 70 miles an hour.
Ah.
And I called up a buddy of mine. I didn't even bother to put the motorcycle down. I just rolled right through it.
Oh.
Didn't even
okay.
bother to crash.
Okay.
So I walked away without a scratch. Nothing.
Wow.
You
Oh,
didn't have
Not
time to bleed.
I didn't have a broken fingernail or nothing.
That's amazing.
So my first thought was, holy expletive deleted, I'm still alive.
Sure. Yeah.
And my second thought was, well, I'm still rolling. I'm going to keep rolling because it was out in the dark. I didn't know if I stopped, if I could get going again.
Right.
So I rolled at 15 miles an hour into town. Next day, I called up a friend of mine in Indiana. His road name is Head Dog. You know, we all have our road names. Mine is Token Squid. I call up Head Dog and I said, yeah. He says, you hit a deer? I said, yeah. He says, at 70? I said, yeah.
Whoa.
And lived? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there was this pregnant pause there. And then he says, how many Gold Star families have you met with now? I said, about 450. He says, I guess you got about 450 guardian angels, don't you?
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
Definitely.
I said, yes, I do. And we could spend the next 4 hours talking about nothing but how the guardian angels have saved me.
I can't believe, I mean, if you hit a deer head on, how you didn't just go flipping over. I don't,
Ask the guardian angels.
wow.
Ask the guardian
Yeah.
angels, because I don't
There
know
you go.
either. I totaled the motorcycle.
Can you get the paper away from your mic, Dad?
Oh, is it
So
right?
total
There we are.
motorcycle.
Sorry about
And
that.
anyhow, yeah, so that's what happened to that motorcycle. We totaled it out, and then about 2
Jeez.
months later, I got the motorcycle I rode here today, picked that one up, and there's some guardian angel stories with that one too. But back to the bullet points, 152,000 miles in 7 years now.
Jeez.
All of the 48 states at least 5 times. And I've now met personally 552 Gold Star families.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
how many back surgeries? No, just kidding.
I've been offered back surgeries a couple of times, and I keep saying, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So how did this all get started?
I went for a motorcycle ride with some guys, and they went to see a Gold Star family. This was back in long time ago. Probably, I will say it was probably in 2013.
Oh, okay.
So I was riding with a different group that used to ride here in Minnesota. Maybe they still do. I don't know. I haven't been in contact with them for a long time. Country music guy named Rocky Lynn
Okay.
kind of started it. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I believe he's a Minnesota veteran. He was Army Airborne, but then he picked up a guitar and he's making his living singing country songs.
Oh, that's
Nice.
good.
But he was one of the initial founders of this group in Minnesota that would go see Gold Star families, and they invited me to come along with them. And Rocky Lynn and I have become friends over the years. I'd like to think that we still are. I haven't seen him now he lives down in North Carolina now, but so I haven't seen him for a couple years, but I'd like to think he still remembers me. But anyway, yeah, we went to see a Gold Star family, and we had a whole bunch of motorcycles out in the front yard of this woman's house. She was a Gold Star widow. She'd lost her husband. And Rocky Lynn stood up there and told everybody the story of his life and his death. And everybody was crying. And, nothing will move you like 100 bikers, leather bandanas, earrings, cigarettes dangling, tattoos, all the smell of oil and gasoline and burnt rubber and all that stuff. And every single one of them is crying.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, tears just everywhere.
Yep.
Nothing will move you more than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I decided that day that I was going to do something for Gold Star families for the rest of my life. And 3 years later, I co-founded the Gold Star Ride Foundation. Had a little bit to do with, I approached them and I said, we need to go national because there's Gold Star families throughout the country. And they all burst into laughter and said, it'll never happen. You'll never do
Really?
You'll never do a national ride. It'll never happen.
No.
And why
I
did
guess-
they think that?
Yeah.
I stopped asking the question of why from the perspective of other people a long time ago.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
a
Because
good
nothing will
policy.
drive you crazy faster than
Yeah.
trying to figure out why somebody else does something.
Yeah, true.
Very true.
So yeah, I don't care why they do it. I just know why I do it. And the truth of the matter is I'm a little bit selfish, and it's taken me some time to come to this realization. But when I go out on a motorcycle ride and I log 500 miles on a day and I get to meet with 4 or 5 Gold Star families that don't know each other.
Sure.
And I get to hear the stories of how they gave up their life so that we could all have our freedom to hang out and do this.
Right.
When I lay down at night and I put my head on the pillow, it kind of gives me a real nice sense of peace that I'm accomplishing something that I'm supposed to be doing.
Nice.
So it's a little bit selfish.
Yeah, well.
It's a little bit selfish. And as long as there's Gold Star families out there that contact me, and they contact me every day. Yesterday, for example, I was contacted by a Gold Star mom that I met in North Carolina just a couple months ago when I was riding through North Carolina. And it turns out that she's been given she's been diagnosed as being terminally ill. They estimate that she's got about 6 to 8 weeks to go.
Oh God.
And she reached out to us and said, can you help us get an electric wheelchair? You betcha. Let me make a phone call. We'll get one
Sure.
shipped right over. So we're working
Doesn't
on
the VA help with that stuff?
it. That sort of thing, probably not. I don't know. I don't
Oh.
work for the VA.
I'm just
So,
saying, if you're a vet, you should.
The VA does help with a great deal of things, but she's not a vet. She's the mother of a vet.
Oh,
She lost her son.
Yeah, but I thought they did.
So they
stuff,
help with a lot of things, but I don't know.
but
that
not
they're-
the family. Okay, I don't know.
Well, they help the families in a lot of ways.
Okay.
The first time that you and I talked, Tom, we talked about me going out on my very first ride, and we talked about raising money so that we could give scholarships to the families.
mhm.
Okay.
Well, we stopped doing scholarships because we found out that the VA takes care of higher education for all Gold
Yeah.
Star families.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
that's silly of us to
Right.
promote that notion because they're getting it someplace else. We help with other things. We
Okay.
help with the college kid who says my car broke down.
Okay.
Then we get their car fixed
Okay.
because the VA won't do that.
No.
We help with other things like we helped with the family in Tennessee because a tornado came through and the county came in and picked up all the trees that were on the ground, but they wouldn't touch the trees that were only halfway on the ground. And there was 2 trees that were about to fall on their house. So we sent in a tree
God.
service company to get
They've
that
got their
cleaned up, saved their,
standards.
we see different counties do things differently. Anyway,
Yeah, yep.
we sent in a professional tree service company and we saved their house. There was a guy in Washington, D.C. whose son was killed in Iraq, and turned out he was an invalid. He was found he was living alone and he couldn't get out of bed. And they found him after a week. Somebody came in and found him in his bed and he couldn't. So he needed a personal care attendant. So we sent in the personal care attendant. We got that. We wrote that check. We've taken Gold Star families out to grocery stores and filled up their refrigerators. We've bought clothing for them. We fixed a lot of cars. We paid a lot of water bills, utility bills, stuff like that. A house payment here and there.
Nice.
We do a lot of stuff for a lot of people, but probably the most important thing that we do is we make sure that these families know that their fallen hero is not forgotten.
Right.
If you don't mind, I'll give you a quick story. One of them rides, one of those 62 rides, it was a real hot day. I got an email, and the email said, "You got to meet my best friend. She's Gold Star mom." And that's all it said. It didn't say how she became one or anything like that. And I said, "Set it up. I'll be in that town in 2 days," because I was out riding around and I was doing the thing. And it was about, 1,000 miles from here or more. And so I said, "Set it up. We'll have lunch. I'll be there in 2 days." I get there in 2 days. We're having a meal. The Gold Star mom just says, "I don't understand why my son would take his own life."
Oh, God.
And I said, "He didn't take his own life. That was a sniper's bullet from 7,000 miles away." And she burst into tears. And there was actually quite a group there. I think there was about 15 or 20 people there at that luncheon. Everybody there burst into tears. And everything, we went back to normal conversations. And we hugged our goodbyes. And I got back on a motorcycle and down the road I went. And I had up more families to see for, I think I was on the road for another 2 weeks after that. And down the road I go, and 6 days later, I checked into a flea trap hotel and checked my email, and I got an email from that best friend. And the email from the best friend simply said, "Your visit was the greatest thing could have ever happened," because later that day, she went home and tore up her own suicide note.
Oh God.
That's a big story.
So, and I don't know how many of those there really are. I know I got that email, but I've met with 552 families. A lot of them have been greatly depressed. A lot of them have been, I remember meeting with a dad, a Gold Star dad down in Houston, Texas. I met him 3 years after he buried his son. His son was a Marine, and he buried, and for an hour and a half that we were together, I could not get this guy to stop crying at all.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about just a simple little tear here and there. He was involved with the crying process for the entire visit.
Is are you seeing more Vietnam vets, Afghanistan? I mean,
all of them. I've actually honored a Gold Star daughter who lost her father in Korea.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
There can't be that many Korea vets left, huh?
Well, when we're talking about Gold Stars, none of them are left.
Well, that's
none of them.
I guess I should say that generation
family,
of like spouses of Korea vets.
But
that sort of thing.
spouses of Korean vets are harder to find, but children of Korean vets are not.
Okay.
Well, because Korea was late 50s.
Well, Korea is actually still going on.
Well, yeah, that's
Can
true.
I tell you the story? I was in Erie, Pennsylvania. Strange set of circumstances here. This is a great story, though. In Pennsylvania, I don't have to wear a helmet. In New York, I do. Erie, Pennsylvania is right on the state line there between Pennsylvania and New York.
Okay.
So I stop at a McDonald's that's right on the state line to put my helmet on. I put my helmet on and I go to start the bike, and it starts up, and I take off to go, and it goes 10 feet and dies.
Oh.
And
Thank
it's,
you.
oh crap, what's going on here? And I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. I'm doing everything that I can do while I'm in a McDonald's parking lot to try to figure out what's wrong with my motorcycle. And out of nowhere, I hear this voice that says, "Hey, mine does that sometimes too. Let's push it over in the shade, see if we can fix it." And I turn around and I see this, silver-haired fella. Looks a little bit like he wants to be Santa Claus. And he comes over, and he's on one side of the motorcycle, I'm on the other, and we're starting to push it sideways. And the motorcycle says Gold Star Ride Foundation all over it. So he says, "What's this Gold Star Ride Foundation?" And I tell him I'm riding for Gold Star families, and et cetera, et cetera. And he says, "Oh, well, what's a Gold Star family?" And I said, "That's immediate family members of somebody killed in the military." And he immediately stopped pushing the motorcycle. He stood upright, and he looked me dead in the face, and he said, "My daughter was killed in Korea 3 years ago."
Oh, God.
Really?
So I mean, the rest of the story is
Didn't even know we were still
he
over
became one of our Gold Stars that we met him in a McDonald's parking lot.
there.
We
Yeah.
ended up spending 30 minutes together remembering his daughter and doing the stuff that we do. But a lot of people don't realize this. The Korean War, first of all, it was never declared.
No,
And second, it's never ended.
America
it's
hasn't
still-
declared a war since World War II, I think.
Well, unless
Well,
you
Like an
call the
official
war on
declaration.
terror.
police actions or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they-
special military operations and that sort of
Yeah,
thing. But we've never
stuff.
declared war since World War II,
Okay.
like on a country.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Right. And incidentally, I don't think we've wanted to win one since then either.
Yeah,
No.
that's about right.
Well, you can't-
But let's not go there because it's really easy to get political.
Yeah.
it is very
Listener wants
easy.
to know the name of your organization. Joe already said, but it's the Gold Star Ride Foundation.
Right.
Is that Joe there, the last one?
Yep, that would be Joe right
All
there.
right, Joe, good to hear from you.
Leslie,
Except Golden Star, two different words.
a listener named Leslie
Oh.
said, "My dad is a Korean vet, passed in 2020."
Wow.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, so Joe said in the chat, 1950 to 1952 was America's involvement directly in that war. So it wasn't very long, but I mean,
Well,
these
there was
people
a
would've-
ceasefire that was
Yeah.
in
Oh.
52, but it's still there. It's still going on.
Right.
We still have active duty military there. We still have fatalities there on a
Mhm.
regular basis.
But the peak of it, these people would have been born in like 30, give or take.
Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
that was a long time ago.
Indeed.
So, do you have corporate sponsors?
Every now and then.
Every now and
Of
then?
course, International
You
Cigars
should
takes
call,
good care of us.
You should call the guy from Palm Beach that has just bought $450 million worth of.
Can you give me his personal
and he's a
phone
hedge
number and
fund
email?
manager. Let's put that out there. I mean, what's his name?
Keith.
Ken
Ken
Griffin.
Griffin.
Ken Griffin.
If you can build $1
Isn't that the
billion
name of a baseball player?
house,
Ken
if you-
Griffey
Yeah.
Jr.
Ken
Ken
Griffin.
Griffey Jr. Yeah.
If you can
Do you
build a
suppose that's a father and son deal?
He's Griffin. The other one is Griffey.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, if this guy can build $1 billion house, you could funnel some money to do some good
Yes,
instead of being such a
absolutely.
selfish.
you know, what he paid for his toilet seat is probably what we need to support our
I know.
charity
Love
for a
it.
year.
It's kind of
It's just
gross.
That's
kinda
about it.
sickening, isn't it?
Yes, there's always room for more sponsorships.
Sure.
And as I said, International Cigars takes pretty good care of us. They keep us in cigars, and cigars helps us a great deal.
Oh, great.
That is wonderful. We do need to
Yeah.
take a quick break. Be right
do.
back. A lot more to talk about.
You should whip over to Cigar Jones after this.
Well, they know
Cigar.
her.
Oh.
They know her.
We'll be right back. Let me tell you about my bank, North American Banking Company. When it comes to banking, it's all about trust, and that's what you get with them. They've been around since 1998. They've always made it clear they're here to give you a better banking experience with a focus on the local community, and you won't be dealing with some AI chatbot. You'll get straight answers and quick decisions from real people that know you and your situation and are always ready to help. So if you're tired of the big national banks, want something better, stop by and see my friends at North American Banking Company. Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. This year, the magic is calling you like never before at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. As you know, I love that. We got to get Jimmy on the show. He's wonderful. 16 stages filled with sword fighting, fire breathing, music, magic, juggling, and more. Delicious food and a drink fit for a king, like the hearty turkey leg. Craft your own magic at the Wicked Wand Workshop and Race for Glory at the Ninja Warrior Challenge. Don't miss the live armored jousting, which is, by the way, if you've never seen it, it's very cool. The marketplace is a shopper's dream. There's something for everyone in the Renaissance Festival's magical village. The Minnesota Renaissance Festival weekends August 16th through September 28th. Don't miss the adventure. Get your tickets at renaissancefest.com. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Price in studio with us. Tony, I got to ask you a question because
Fire
it's
away.
been a few years now since I left KQ. But for many of those 37 years I was at KQRS, I would get about nowhere near as much as you, but probably 2 to 3 calls every year that one of our listeners was dying and they wanted me to come. It said they wanted to meet me before they died. That's quite an honor. First of all, you feel this magnificent honor. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I think that's actually one of those feelings that is so strong and so powerful. We don't really have a word for it in
Yeah,
English.
right. I understand what
It's-
you're
it's
saying
just-
100%.
It's like honored squared or
It is.
something.
But the amazing thing is you're standing there, at least I, for the first, I don't know, dozen of them or so, the family's there. So as soon as you get there, the family starts crying because I guess you bothered to show up, but some people, I guess, don't do it. But that is a very difficult situation because this person, man or woman in bed, is not going to live much longer. The family's crying like mad, and you're always thinking to yourself, "What the hell did they call me for? How do I even qualify to be here?"
Oh yeah, I've felt that a lot. As a
Yep.
matter of fact, 2024 was a pretty magical year for me. I started out the year on January 6th at the Big Lake High School. Got to ride the motorcycle.
Yep.
Right.
Up and down the hallways of the Big Lake High School. So, so
There
that's
you
where it
go.
started. And the reason I was there was to celebrate Stella Huso's 105th birthday.
Oh my God.
She was the oldest Gold Star mother in history.
Oh.
Her son being killed in Vietnam in
Wow.
1967.
Wow.
Okay, and can I tell you the funny part of this? This is so funny. They had to hold her birthday party in the high school auditorium because 150 people showed up to say happy birthday to Stella. So we're up on the stage, right? And there's about 4 or 5 dignitaries there, and they get me up there to speak. And I get up there and I say, "Hey, Stella, I'm here to say happy birthday." And all over the auditorium, there's these big 10-foot banners that say happy 105th Stella. There's like 5 of them all over the place, right?
Good.
And I get up there and I say, "Stella, I'm here to say happy birthday to you. Can I tell everybody how old you are?" And she looked up and said, "No."
Well,
Anyway, so that's how the year started out. And then I think it was about 5 months later, I was invited to to deliver the keynote address to the Gold Star Monument unveiling, which occurred in Zimmerman, Minnesota.
Oh.
And these Gold Star monuments are made by the Woody Williams Foundation, and they're just magnificent. I have met Gold Star families in front of these monuments in 27 different places around the country.
man.
Wow.
And there's about 135 or 140 of them in the country,
Okay.
but I've been to that many of them. So anyway, I'm delivering the keynote address, and who should be sitting front and center but Stella? Now she's 105 in 6 months, right? So, and I tell everybody that the joke about how she wouldn't let me tell everybody how old she was. Anyway, when it was all over and done, she pulled me aside, and we're just sitting there talking. And by this point, she and I had become pretty good friends. She says, "I'm 105 years old." And I said, "And 6 months." And she says, I don't have very much longer to go. And I said, "Yeah, but you're going to be around in 3 weeks when we have our fundraiser at the end of June, right? You're going to come to that." And she said, "Well, we'll see, but I want you to speak at my funeral."
Oh, what an honor.
So I got to deliver that address on August 30th, 2024. So 2024 had just a lot of really, really cool, a lot of things where honor is not the right word, but it's in the right direction.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
You know, it's first of all, how do you say no to that? I think I'm going to be busy,
Yeah,
Yeah.
not happening.
Me and the buddies have got a pizza night going.
Yeah.
So no. That's
No.
we drop everything for that kind of stuff.
That's great.
God,
Yeah.
I can't say which town it is, and there's no reason to say which town it is, but I was invited by this person to go meet his brother who was dying in the hospital because he had been shot. His brother was, I won't say which group he was in, but he was in a motorcycle group, very famous one, and he was dying of his gunshot wounds, and his brother was the chief of police. Like, what? I guess
I'm
that's
actually not surprised by
No, I found out that's very common, actually.
Yeah, that's a new way to have the inside edge. Yeah.
It's like, okay.
We have a question from a listener. Has Tony ever been to the High Ground Memorial in Neillsville, Wisconsin?
No, but I've been to a lot of places in Wisconsin.
It's one of the nicest veterans memorials in the country.
Oh, that's
I'm not
wonderful.
surprised by that at all. Wisconsin is an incredibly patriotic state. It's not the most patriotic state in the union, in my opinion. That would be Ohio. But I've been to a lot of really amazing places in Wisconsin. Incidentally, it was a guy in Wisconsin who told me what happened at the end of the first Gulf War, which was Desert Storm. That's how I got all my decorations, was from Desert Storm.
Okay.
Anyway, he told me the story that his son was an Army Ranger in 1991,
Okay.
and he was training. That there were 3 Army Ranger units that were training in Salt Lake City They were specifically training to go take out Saddam Hussein,
Oh,
Oh.
God.
specifically for that
Whoa.
mission in 1991.
Listen, this is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you go get 'em.
Sure.
So there's this guy.
So I mean,
named
what they,
Saddam.
for just in case you're not aware of how the military gets ready for this stuff,
Right.
Mhm.
they've got imagery of every building, every square footage down to the inch, and they replicate it
Okay.
someplace where it's free. In this case, they replicated it in the area of Salt Lake, the
Okay.
Great Salt Lake
Mhm.
in Utah, and they have
It's like
every
a sound stage.
they yeah, it's like a sound stage.
Yeah.
They replicate everything perfect. This is how they got Bin Laden. They practiced that for 6 months. They knew where he was for 6 months before they went to get him.
Really?
And they practiced it with the helicopters
God,
coming
I
in
didn't
and jumping
know
the
that.
fence, and they knew every step of everything they were going to do
Wow.
right up to it.
And they know where all his hidey holes are.
They know where all his hidey holes are. And
Okay.
anyway, they were doing this in 1991. They were doing this for Saddam Hussein. And the guy calls up his father, who lived in Amory, Wisconsin, and he said, "Dad, we have to do this crap tomorrow because Colin Powell, who at the time was Secretary of Defense, I think,
Yeah.
Yep.
Colin Powell is coming to watch the maneuvers. We're not ready. Our communications are down. This is wrong. This is wrong. We got all these problems, and they're going to run it anyway."
Well, because things could happen in the field that aren't going to be
That's true.
ideal either. Right? So-
27 Army Rangers lost their lives when 3 helicopters crashed in front of Colin Powell.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
And this guy from Amory, Wisconsin was the father of one of them.
Mhm.
And he shared with them. I mean, if you ask 1,000 citizens of the United States that were alive at the time, you'd be lucky if you could find one that could tell you
No.
that we were preparing to take Saddam out, but we never did. And anyway, as they went to resurrect the plan, there was an election. Bush lost, Clinton won. Now he's lame duck and he doesn't care. So he cancels all that.
Oh yeah.
That's why Saddam Hussein lived to kill another day or whatever.
yep.
But he eventually did
Unbelievable.
get killed, didn't he?
He was put to death. Yeah.
Put to death. Yeah.
He was. They found him in a hole someplace and they put him to
Right.
death. His own people put him to death. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah, they did. I'm sure
Anyway.
you're right about that.
Anyway, yeah, that's one of the stories. I get to hear lots and lots of stories. And
That is-
Wisconsin is a phenomenal place. Wisconsin is the place I refer to it as dancing when I have to encounter animals on the highway.
Yeah.
So I'm
Dancing, is it?
dancing with them. I was riding across northern Arizona when I got to dance with a herd of wild horses. That-
Oh man.
If you've never dodged horses on a big motorcycle,
Yeah, and they're big.
that'll put some bumps on your spine. But it was in Wisconsin when I got to dance with the mountain lion.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Was he trying to catch you?
No, but I looked at him and he looked at me and he was, I don't know, 30 feet away. And I hit the brakes pretty good and making sure that I'm staying away from him. I'm going, that guy looks at me like lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Lots of dancing with animals throughout the country. Just amazing stories
You
of
know,
that stuff too.
a friend of ours who is into recreational motorcycles, I would have to say, Nick,
Yeah.
L.A.
Mhm.
Nick, his name is. He goes all over
Oh, I
the
remember L.A.
motorcycle
Nick.
Yeah,
motorcycle
you know.
rallies all over the world. And he said he's got a new
We met in
Tesla.
2019.
No.
Yeah.
Long,
There you
long
go.
ago.
He's got a new Tesla, and he said that it shows where the deer are.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see
Why
that.
Wow.
They should
With
have that
radar.
on motorcycles.
Yep.
That would be a good
as
thing.
soon as we want to pay $90,000
That's the
for a
thing.
motorcycle, they will be on there.
Yeah. Well,
His
that's
car
true.
was only 30,000.
That
Yeah,
was
but that's
used.
not made by Harley Davidson.
Oh,
No, it's not. That's
but they
very,
could buy
very
the
true.
technology.
Right.
And
but
put it on-
the big motorcycles, like, the one I ride is 14 years old, but a new version of my motorcycle is $35,000.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. But I mean,
they're crazy expensive.
I mean,
35,000 is like entry level now.
for a
for- for
motorcycle.
anything.
Well, that's like a
Motorcycles or
touring
cars.
class. You can
Yep.
get you can get the sport bikes a little less, but the touring class are way,
So they're as
way
much as a
expensive.
car.
Oh, easily.
My car was 32
Mhm.
without tax, license, and yada yada.
See, my car is broke down now, but
It's broke down now, but
it's broke down now. Yeah, we're gonna have it towed to the shop this afternoon. It's the Gold Star Ride Foundation's vehicle, but anyway, it's
Oh,
15
yeah.
years old. And I looked at it and I said, okay, $3,000 to repair it,
Mm,
or $30,000 to replace it.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And or I could go 20,000 and get a used one,
Yeah.
but then I'm buying somebody else's problem.
Yeah, then you have to
Right.
repair that one later.
Yeah.
3,000 to repair the one that I already know all the problems on it.
Right.
That's the way we're going to go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we can come up with 3,000. We can't come up with 30.
Yeah, that's
There's
a
a lot
lot.
of dough, no
Has
question.
Harley-Davidson ever made a car?
Yes.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. They used to make delivery vehicles in the 20s
Oh,
and
yeah, there
30s.
you go.
I
Huh.
didn't know that.
Yeah. They
Wow.
look like
There you go.
glorified golf carts. They made golf carts too. They might still. I don't know.
Harley-Davidson golf cart.
I don't golf.
Does
so-
it vroom vroom?
Yeah, I want to get one so I can tell everyone I'm going to pull up in my Harley. And then I just like,
be a car.
I putt this golf cart along.
You know, the totaled Harley, the one that hit the deer,
Mhm.
I sold it to a guy down in southern Minnesota who took the engine off it and put it on a golf cart.
Oh, he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
That's pretty
Interesting.
Souped up.
One thing I do
souped
want to
up
mention,
golf cart.
as we go to break here, Catherine and I do this every year, going and coming. Have done it now for probably 20 years, something like that. Our last trip through Wisconsin, from east to west, 84 dead deer.
Yeah, we count the dead deer.
84 dead
That's
deer.
how boring
Wow.
some states are.
My God.
84.
Yeah.
Once I was paying attention to the deer on the highway, and I counted
Oh.
there was one a mile
Yeah.
for
Oh, yeah.
like a long stretch of
And
94.
now, and now you know why we have deer hunting season every year.
Yeah.
Because if we
Yeah.
didn't, there would be
Yeah.
12 a mile.
Even
Anybody
more.
that's against deer hunting have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
drive
We're-
around and
Yeah.
We're not short on deer up here.
No.
We shall take a break, come right back, and wrap it up. You got to come back more often. Yeah, this was a great appearance. You did a great job.
well, thank you.
We love this.
Oh, we
stuff.
spent like
And I'm
what?
good looking too.
No, yeah, don't
Yeah.
forget that.
I think the reason it's been 6 years is because that's how long it took to talk back and forth on Facebook. When
There's a good chance.
I check mine every like week at best.
Yeah, and I'm about the same way.
Yeah, so
I
Yeah,
know.
about the same way.
Yeah, it works out. We'll take a break, be right back, and wrap it up right after this. South Dakota, one of the most business-friendly states in the country, and there's no better place to settle down and take advantage of those incentives than in Sioux Falls. As the state's largest city with a metro population over 290,000, Sioux Falls has low business costs with a high quality of life. There's no state, corporate, or personal income tax, no inheritance tax, no limits to what your business can achieve. So here's the deal. South Dakota ranks among the top 10 states in the U.S. for tax friendliness, hardest working, healthcare and doctors, most popular to move to, inbound state for movers. Here's the deal. Spotlights on Sioux Falls listed in the 50 best places to live for families. The fastest growing Midwest metro, One of the best places to raise a family, one of the best small cities for Gen Z workers, national fourth top inbound city move to. How does South Dakota stack up against other states? Well, we rank second in the nation for the lowest cost of doing business, the most business-friendly state, and the best business tax climate. And as South Dakota's biggest city, Sioux Falls is at the center of these benefits. Catherine and I are going to visit Sioux Falls, as a matter of fact, later on. But
Whenever
month
we
from
make
now.
a plan.
yes, but we
We
are
have
going
to
to
make
go.
a plan.
We are definitely going to go to Sioux
Yeah,
Falls.
I want to go. I want to see right there.
I know. Look at that. Beautiful.
whatever
pretty
that
area.
is.
Whatever
That's
that
a pretty
is.
area.
As South Dakota's biggest city, Sioux Falls, at the center of these benefits, visit Sioux Falls, www.siouxfallsdevelopment.com. Here's the deal. You're listening to us, your customers are listening to us as well, and they'll hear me promote your business. The Tom Bernard Podcast attracts thousands of listeners who are loyal, engaged, and ready to support businesses they trust. Our podcast has helped numerous businesses increase traffic, sales, and brand recognition. We're not just about ads, we're about results. Whether you're a local business or a national brand, we offer custom advertising packages designed to fit your unique needs and goals. Our audience spans multiple demographics, allowing you to target your ideal customers with precision, from millennials to baby boomers and everyone in between. With the broad reach of the show and passionate following, your business will see increased visibility and awareness, translating into more customers and sales. You ready to get started? Visit tombernardshow.com, click on the partner tab, and let's discuss how we can work together to grow your business. Look at that, just in time for the clock to chime right
Ding
outside
dong.
the door. Well, thank you.
Probably need to either silence the clock or close the door.
Oh,
Yeah, the door is open. It's no big deal.
There's a
Well,
grandfather
it's-
clock right
Good for
on
us.
the other side of that wall.
Good for us to know what time it is because we do seem to run over a lot.
It's fine. It's a podcast.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
What you got there?
This is a book.
Oh, well, it
This is a book. As a matter of fact, this book came out actually in 2019, which was probably the last time that we were
Right.
here. I'm pretty sure you
Is this
had a
help?
copy of that.
Oh no,
Not
the
great.
It's too
That's
bright.
Too
Uh,
bright. Yeah.
I am hoping to have like a couple of months off so I can write the sequel. This book was written after visiting with 64 Gold Star families. And as I mentioned before, I've now met with 552. Yeah, so there might be another story or two to
We
go
love,
into
we love to hear this. Well, first of all, you talk about helping people, and from what I understand, as time goes on, and I'm not zeroing in on any specific, demographic or whatever, but a lot of people don't do what you're doing anymore. They just, I don't know why
I
they
don't know anybody who does what I do.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right there. But I mean, people helping people is kind of, I don't know. There are certain people, obviously, of all ages, but I guess the younger groups of people don't help out as much as we used to.
Yeah, I can't really address that. I'm too
No.
old. Young people don't like to hang out with me. But
You and me both. That's true.
But as far as what I do, one of the things that I felt was very, very important from the very beginning was that when we're helping these families, we're not just going to mail them a check.
Right.
We meet I've met 552 families. There's 552 Gold Star families that have sat with me like we're sitting right now, and we've broken bread together and enjoyed an iced tea or whatever the beverage was. And there's no other charity that I've been able to find anywhere that takes care of its constituency that way. Is constituency the right word?
I
Yeah,
think, I
it
think
is.
So,
if not, it's
Yep.
close.
yeah.
Yeah, every
There you
other
go.
charity that helps people out there, even if they happen to be doing good work, and not very many of them are. Let me get to that in just a second. None of them do it in person. They
Right.
all do
Yeah,
it
right. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
which allows for the people who need the help or want the help or deserve the help to get caught in the runaround. They get,
Sure.
Yep.
go talk to that guy. Send the email over there. With our organization, you send the email to me. I'm the one who reads it. I'm the one who responds to it, and I'm the one who gets on the motorcycle and rides to see you at your local cafe.
Right.
And to that point, or a little bit further to the same point, I don't know of any organization that puts as much of what we get in donations back up to the.
Right.
I think
Big part of
in
it.
2024, we had 85.1% of every dollar that came in went back out to the family.
I'm really, really glad that you brought that up because we're here, you hear of so many giant charitable
Mhm.
foundations that very little of the money goes to help anybody. But
Yeah, and unfortunately, in my position as executive director, I study those things.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Which,
it makes people leery of donating.
certainly does.
Yeah.
And it should.
It's great that so much of
It should. It's
yeah.
very simple. Can I throw this one out there? This is how you find out how much money that you're giving to whatever your charity is. This is how you find out how much of it goes to the charity, goes to the cause that they're doing, and how much of it goes to salaries and other stupid things like that. You type in any search engine. You can test me on this, Andy. Any
I
search
think I
engine
will.
that you want. You type in the name of any charity that you want,
Okay.
and you follow it with Form 990.
Form
Form
990,
990 is the IRS tax form that has to be filed every year by every charity. So when you type in the name of, are you typing one in?
Yeah. The only
What-
one I
what-
could think of was Susan G. Komen. So that's what I
Okay,
typed.
Susan G.
Oh,
Komen,
yeah.
Form 990. You'll actually get her tax form.
Here it is. Return of organization exempt from income tax.
Exactly. So if you go down to like item 11 or 9 or something, one of them says contributions. And it actually should say contributions last year, contributions this year. And then 3 or 4 items down below that, it says salaries.
Okay.
And that's the easiest one.
Mhm.
There's also one that says grants paid out. So you just do simple math.
Yep.
This divided by this tells you the
Right.
So
percentage.
let's see. Susan G. Komen for 2022, 111 million contributions and grants. It's quite a lot of money.
111
So they
million?
brought in
111
111 million. How much are their salaries?
Salaries by itself was 46 million.
So that's almost half.
Almost half of that right there.
Almost
And
half
then-
just in salaries.
And then
Yep.
29 more million for grants.
How big does
So-
your organization have to be for your salaries to be $46 million?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
My
That's quite a bit.
God. That's a lot.
I have no idea who that charity is or what they do.
That's breast cancer.
Yeah, but they've
Oh.
been famous for a while for being not so great
But
with
the
money.
pink October one,
Yeah, the ribbon.
I've looked up that one, and they're like 4% actually goes to breast cancer.
Most
Yeah.
of them are like that.
God.
I would say
Most of them are like that. Yeah.
Oh,
most are like
God.
25% at
The one-
best.
The one that really irks me, and I can say this out loud because I am a wounded warrior. I am a disabled American veteran, United
Mhm.
States Navy. They call themselves the Wounded Warrior Project.
Yeah.
I called them and said, I am a wounded warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, we can't help you. I said, why not? They said, you're too old.
Too old?
What?
And this was like 5 years ago.
You're too
I wasn't even-
old?
I wasn't even collecting Social Security yet.
Yeah,
I am
there you
collecting Social Security now, but
Well,
I
is
wasn't
there,
then.
is
They said
there
I was too old,
is their mission to help newly wounded people?
apparently. Well,
I
then,
guess so.
careful how you word that,
Yeah.
because they might agree with that, but the truth of the matter is only like 5% of all of and they do $200 million a year.
Oh, God.
And about
Yeah.
5% of it is all that they say goes to
Mm.
help wounded warriors.
So 10 million out of 200 million.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the rest of it goes to salaries, vacation homes, private jets. The downside here is that it's all legal.
Yep.
Sure.
You're allowed
Yeah.
to take any
Yeah, that's
salary
right.
you want, really.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think the IRS rule says a charity must have something like 4.5 or 5% of the money that comes in actually has to go
Oh,
do
wow. 5%.
That's
what they say
it?
that they're doing. Yeah, it's a really small number.
That is really tiny.
You'd think
So
it would
then
be
when
like
you take
60.
stuff like that and then you compare it to our organization that does 85%,
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's a whole different game. And we're not doing very much money. We do like $150,000 a year.
Yeah.
Well,
So
still
we're-
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Still a lot of money.
Not compared to them.
Well, not
No.
compared, no.
No.
Yeah, you're
No,
about
that's
one
very, very-
1,000th
You know,
of the way there.
And then it's been a few years, but a few years ago, that one organization just lost $100 million. They couldn't find it.
Oh,
where'd it go?
that's
I wonder.
nice.
That
Wouldn't
was
it be nice
the-
having so much money you just could lose $100
Yeah,
million?
that was
What
the
happened to it?
organization that I just mentioned.
Corey wants
They
me
just
to
lost it.
do
It was a
St.
long time ago.
Jude's Children's Hospital, the Form 990. Let's see.
Yeah.
Contributions.
Well, see, that one's
Everybody's
going to be
like,
a
Red
tough one
Cross
because
is
I'm a big fan
terrible.
of St. Jude's.
Contributions 1.5 billion.
Oh,
Yeah, St. Jude's is there.
Salaries 770 million. So there's your half. Very little grants though. So I mean, I don't know. It could be up to 50%.
Well, if they have, if at least half of it goes, and
Yeah.
the salaries are because you've got people
Right.
that are really good, connected politically and all of that stuff to get the donations.
Mhm.
If they've got 50 million to give away, that's helping a lot of people still. So, but it
Yeah.
should at least be half. It should at
There-
least be half.
I like St. Jude because when my daughter was 2, 3, and 4 years old, she went to St. Jude and got a great deal of health care, and they didn't charge us a penny.
Isn't that how?
Really?
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
St.
that
Jude
was
is
a-
supposed to be good. I think. I don't think that they.
They take care of children.
Okay, Moby Pete, St. Jude, 1.5 billion, salary 760.
That's
Way
what
ahead of
Andy
you.
said, yeah. What Andy just said.
I know.
By the way,
Quick on the draw.
I'd like to thank Sharon. Jude looks comfy.
He does look comfy.
He's holding up the book.
You
Jude
can't
is
deny
very
that.
good
Hold
at
up
being.
the book.
So
So
talk
Tony-
about
Goldstarride.org. We forgot to say that.
Yes, and we gotta-
Goldstarride.org. Goldstarride.org. No, just like that.
ORG.
You can get the book there.
RG.
You can get these patches there if you happen to be a veteran. This patch that says my DD 214 can kick your MBA's ass.
I don't know what those words mean.
Veterans got
Okay.
that, right?
Yeah.
I don't even have to explain that. Anyway, if you're not a veteran, you don't get to wear the patch anyway. So
Okay.
Well, there you go.
because Obama made it a law.
Oh.
I
Okay.
can't believe it took until 2013 for it to be made a
The
law,
whole
but it's
stolen valor thing. Yeah.
stolen
I remember
valor
that
in
was a big
2013.
deal,
That
yeah.
was
Hmm.
that's a big deal. You cannot tell people you were a veteran if you were
Yeah,
not a
isn't it
veteran.
like you can go to prison for it now?
You can, but it takes a bunch to prove it. You
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
go apply for Social Security benefits or VA benefits or
Mm.
something, having faked all that stuff before you end up in prison.
Isn't our fine governor being accused of doing that?
Someone.
Well, he is actually a veteran.
Yeah, but
He's not a very good one. But
Well, I
That's
think-
the closer.
I
right
think he-
there.
No, listen,
He
here's
said he
the
went
true
into
story.
combat, but
As
he
long as we're
didn't,
running late,
or
we might as well run real late, right?
No, why not?
So we went to see a Gold Star widow. She lost her husband.
Okay.
She lost her husband actually in 2023 when he was killed on acting as a sheriff's deputy. He went to a domestic and he was killed in that domestic assault.
Oh God.
He was part of the same unit of Minnesota National Guard as the governor was in 2007.
Okay.
And the orders came through for that guard unit to go to the hot zone
Okay.
in Iraq.
hmm
Our governor said, no, thanks, I quit.
Oh.
Mm.
And he went. That guy went.
Oh.
Earned a few medals, came home, and then joined the sheriff's department and got killed in the line of duty as a
Oh.
sheriff's deputy.
I've heard domestics are like the most dangerous calls out
Oh,
there.
totally.
Oh,
Totally.
Oh yeah.
Totally. Yeah. And I because I was going to go see the widow, I took the liberty of researching it a little bit. I don't watch the news as a rule
Good.
because
for
I
you.
think it's all,
Me
everybody's
too.
lying.
Yeah.
So it's better to just not, something comes along the pike, I need to look it up. I will. And I looked up the story of him and I got to see the body cams from all three. There was three sheriff's
Oh.
deputies that all went in on this domestic and they published the body cams from all three of them. And I saw everything that happened there and it was just,
Yeah.
it kept me awake for a few days.
Yeah.
It
It's-
takes no time at all.
Um,
You
Yeah.
turn a corner and you're just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Scary.
he was extremely well liked within his community. If I'm not mistaken, when at his funeral, he had, I think they said they had over 400 law enforcement vehicles.
Wow.
And the governor called the widow and she
Sorry.
said to offer his condolences. And she said, don't come.
Oh.
Well.
Because how dare you cut police funding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my husband is dead.
Right.
Yeah.
We
Not
have-
a lot of love for
No.
Don't get
Tim
started.
Walls
Not a
on
lot.
the old
We have a-
out there.
Oh, that's his name.
We have a
Not.
quick
Sugar tip
question
walls.
from the audience. Someone texted in, Mailman Mike. He says he's an ex-submariner, and he's curious how you got the name Squid.
Really? And he's a submariner.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
See, that question doesn't quite play. He must be playing to the part of the audience that doesn't have a clue. If he was a submariner, he was a Navy guy.
I
right?
think so. He just says he's an
I don't
ex-submariner.
Well, let's assume that by saying submariner, he's part of the United States Navy doing submarines. Squid is a derogatory term for somebody who served in the United States Navy, as
Oh.
Jarhead is for Marine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yep.
and I am the only Navy guy. As a matter of fact, you were a big part of my. Let me see if I can put this together.
Do I need to shade
Bob
you?
Stephenson, Lieutenant Colonel, retired United States Marine Corps. Bob Stephenson called you back in the day when you were doing a broadcast
Mhm.
in the morning, and he's telling you about the Marine casual birthday party.
Mhm.
And he says everybody's invited, but Marines especially. And we're going. And he says, "Well, you know Tony Price, don't you?" And you said, "Yeah, I know Tony Price." And he said, "Tony's going to be there. He's our token squid."
Oh, you
Okay.
thought he meant like
I kind of.
That's yeah. I'm the token that goes to the Marine party. I'm the only Navy guy that goes to the Marine party, and that's where token squid
Token
comes
squid,
from.
oh, well,
But that's so funny.
Oh.
That's the first time I've told that story to you,
God.
because you
Token
were
squid.
hey. Because I usually say, you know Tom Bernard,
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
so I get to say, hey. Anyway, yeah, that's
Okay,
where,
let's talk
that's where
your
token
book,
squid comes
and
from.
then we got to go.
The book is called Yours Very Sincerely and Respectfully, a name I took from the plaque. When I go visit a family, I leave them with a plaque. The plaque is engraved on it, a letter written by Abraham Lincoln. He signed it, Yours Very Sincerely and Respectfully, A. Lincoln. And that's what the name of the book is. So the book is, it is not a diary. It's a collection of stories about what it's like to start a foundation, what it's like to try to get corporate sponsors, what it's like to have motorcycles break down in weird parts of the country, what it's like to be so desperate and destitute that you can't see straight, what it's like to meet with Gold Star families and have them change your world because they said something to you when the day that you wanted to quit, they come and say something to you that makes you go on for 6 more months.
Okay.
That's the kind of stories that are in here. Yeah, and there's the story I talked about with the woman who tore up her own suicide note. That's in the book,
Okay.
and there's an awful lot more of them. I think there's probably 25 or 30 stories of Gold Star families that are in there.
So they can go to your website
You
and
can
pick
get
it up,
you
or
can get this
it
at
on
Amazon.com. You can
Okay.
get this at BarnesandNoble.com, or you can go to goldstarride.org and get it. And if
Okay.
you go to goldstarride.org to get it, I will sign it before I send it out.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
There you go. Very nice.
Very nice.
I like this. Margaret says, I got to go to a meeting. See you Saturday. We're
Oh,
doing an
going to
appearance
the.
at the fair.
Yep.
We will be there.
We will be there on Saturday. Definitely come by, Margaret, and say hello. That'd be wonderful.
Squids
What
are
is
the
this?
Jarheads Uber service.
Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I love our audience. You people are amazing, no question. And I love the fact you send messages the entire show.
We have a lot of veterans in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Time.
We do,
We do.
absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to do it. Tony, you got to come back more often. Got to talk about helping people and stepping forward and, instead of just
we'll
stepping
talk.
back.
Yeah, there's a crap load more stories.
Oh, yeah.
Crap load. I only
Sure.
told you one about the guardian angels. There's a whole show just about how my life got saved by the guardian angels.
Well, we'll get that.
story
We'd love
after
to hear
story
that.
after story.
All right. We'll
Anyway,
get that
it's been
done.
wonderful to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
Nice to see you again, Tony. That'll do it. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Got a picture in my pocket, reminds me of this rose before. Every time I hear the sing, reminds me how you talk in my door.